Hey there everybody, Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another book review here on Wednesday, which is What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day. We're going to take a look at the brand new book from Martin Popoff, our good friend Martin. Of course, this is one of the many Thin Lizzy books he has published over the years, but this is another in his panel series where he pulls together a whole group of guys to talk about each of these albums from the specific band in question and all the songs on the albums. Of course, honesty is no excuse. Thin Lizzy on record. Okay, these are cool paperback books, right? They're not overly huge, but basically it's an album by album look at the discography of Thin Lizzy as discussed by folks like, and I'll tell you in a second, we got John Alapic on here, Brian Ballack, Andy Blacksugar, Rich Davenport, Tim Derling, John Gaffney, David Gallagher, Peter Jones, Sean Kelly, Peter Kerr, Reed Little, and Stephen Reed. Of course, you might recognize a few of those folks because they've appeared, of course, and appear here on Sea of Tranquility, or they have their own channels, or they're, musicians and whatnot. So all these guys are very much capable of discussing these Thin Lizzy albums, and they do. So basically Martin gets like certain, I've participated in a few of these books as well, and Martin gets like, everybody picks like 3 albums in a catalog to talk about. So each album you get a different pairing of different people who have conversations about the albums in question and the songs. That's kind of how it goes. So we start all the way at the beginning with the Thin Lizzy album. We go all the way to the end to Thunder and Lightning. So let's just show off. In the middle, usually there's a bunch of cool photographs and things like that, right? So these are not biographies of the bands at all, although, when you do get into these kind of conversations, that sort of stuff does come out, the history of the band and the lineup changes and things like that. But what's really cool about this configuration is you get some folks here who are musicians and talk a lot about the musical things like chord changes and the type of scales being played and the differences in instrumentation and production and guitar sounds and all that sort of things, which is kind of cool for those of you who like to get into the nerdiness of music, right? That's kind of neat to hear people actually break down songs and little things and whatnot. So yeah, and each chapter, like I said, is basically, see how it's all set up, right? It's very conversational, like a panel, as if, we had everybody here on Sea of Tranquility talking about these albums, and that's exactly how Martin does these. They're very, very cool. You get the album covers and all sorts of other assorted things through here, which is kind of neat. And ultimately what a book like this does, and I've said this before and I'll always say it, is like as you're reading these, what does it prompt you to want to do? As you're reading all these people talk about all these songs and these albums, makes you want to go listen to the catalog. Makes you want to revisit and say, am I hearing these things exactly as these guys we're talking about are hearing it, right? Or is my perception of these songs and these albums a little bit different? And what is my perception, right? So ultimately, that's what I always get out of these books. I think it's just whether you're reading like a straight up biography of an artist or a band, or you're reading these like kind of like album study type of things, it makes you want to go listen to the catalog. And to me, it's never a bad thing to want to go listen to Thin Lizzy. So, this is very cool. Like I said, he's got a whole series of these. Check them out if you haven't. They're lots of fun, and these are available at martinpopoff.com, right? So go hit him up. They're Weimer Publishing. So for those of you who are not in the States where it's a little bit expensive to have Martin ship it from Canada, you should be able to get these basically anywhere you get books. So go check it out. Very cool stuff. He's got others in the works, so be on the lookout for them. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thanks in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. Thin Lizzy on record. Honesty is no excuse. What are your favorite Thin Lizzy albums and why, right? Read the guys talk about it and then put your opinions down below. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.